What if I told you that one of the world's richest, safest, and most futuristic countries began as nothing more than a tiny fishing village? A nation so small that many people can barely find it on a map, yet powerful enough to inspire the entire world. This is the incredible story of Singapore, a nation that rewrote history through discipline, determination, and vision. Long before the dazzling skyline and towering skyscrapers, modern-day Singapore was known as Temasek. It was a small fishing village surrounded by dense tropical forests and endless blue waters. Simple wooden boats floated along the shoreline, while fishermen relied on the sea for survival. As time passed, merchants from China, India, and the Arab world began arriving on these shores. They brought silk, rare spices, precious goods. And with every ship that entered its harbor, Singapore slowly transformed into one of Asia's most important trading centers. Time moved forward. Then, in 1819, one man arrived whose decision would change Singapore forever. His name was Sir Stamford Raffles. Under British rule, Singapore was developed into a strategic trading port. New harbors were built, roads stretched across the island, trade flourished, and people from around the world came to build a new life here. Chinese laborers, Indian merchants, Malay communities. Together, they transformed this tiny island into a place full of opportunity. But behind every great success, there is always struggle. 1942. The Second World War had reached Singapore. The Japanese army invaded the island. The city was devastated. Fear spread through every street. Food became scarce. Poverty grew. Families were separated. Thousands of innocent people suffered. It became one of the darkest chapters in Singapore's history. But every storm eventually comes to an end. From the ashes of war, Singapore began rebuilding itself. Then came 1965, a brand new chapter. Singapore became an independent nation. But independence brought enormous challenges. There was almost no natural wealth, no oil, very little land, a small population. Many believed this tiny nation would never survive. But then, a remarkable leader stepped forward, Lee Kuan Yew. He believed, if we don't have natural resources, then our people will become our greatest resource. And that single vision changed everything. Education became the nation's highest priority. Cleanliness became a way of life. Strict anti-corruption laws were introduced. Discipline became part of the national identity. Little by little, Singapore began changing, and soon, the world noticed. Where tiny villages once stood, towering skyscrapers now touch the clouds. Where wooden fishing boats once floated, some of the world's busiest ports now connected continents. Today, Singapore is known for having some of the cleanest streets on Earth. Crime is remarkably low. People respect the law, and efficiency is part of everyday life. Singapore's MRT system is considered one of the world's finest public transportation networks. Every train arrives on time. Every street is carefully planned. Every corner reflects order and precision. But Singapore didn't stop there. It became a global leader in technology, artificial intelligence, robotics, smart city innovation, green energy. The nation continues building the future, one innovation at a time. And when people talk about the world's greatest airport, one name is almost always mentioned: Changi Airport. It is far more than an airport. It feels like a city from the future, a breathtaking indoor waterfall, luxury shopping, robotic technology, beautiful gardens, and millions of travelers from every corner of the world. As night falls, Singapore transforms into something magical. Marina Bay sands, gardens by the bay, a skyline glowing with thousands of lights, their reflections dancing across the water. It feels like stepping into a science fiction movie. This city never truly sleeps. But Singapore's greatest strength isn't its buildings. It isn't its technology. Its greatest strength, Court, is its people. People who work hard, who respect discipline, who believe tomorrow can always be better than today. Today, Singapore stands among the richest nations on earth. Its income per person is one of the highest in the world. Global companies invest billions here. But none of this happened overnight. It took decades of sacrifice, vision, hard work, and unwavering discipline.